Hey guys, it's Ari back with another hair video. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how I do knotless braids. So as you can see, I am starting with one of my clients. I get her almost every month of the year. And she's been a current client. She's a family friend of mine, so I do her hair quite a bit. And so in this video, I am just going to be doing some knotless braids and doing a tutorial on it, and I'm going to cut a lot of this out because you just see the back of me. So give me 1 second. Okay, so as you can see, I sped this up really fast. I began to plat up these sections, and section drops will be easier for me to work with. And as soon as I get through with that, I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the back of her hair. So now that I've finished those, now I am pretty sure I'm grabbing some jam at this point and getting ready to braid. As you can see, oh yeah, there go my bag full of stuff. So I'm getting all my little stuff out, getting my little clips and getting everything ready so that I can begin to start braiding her hair. A lot of times I will go over a part that I sectioned to make sure that my parting is straight, because I am somewhat of a perfectionist when it comes to styling hair. So I will go over a little bit and just like re clean it up, and it may take me a little time to part just because I want clean parts. Some people don't care as much. Like sometimes my clients may not care as much as I do, but I really care. Um, or some of them do care. It just depends on who I have and what style I'm doing. Um, but she trusts me to do a really good job, and she knows that I will. So I always put my best foot forward on any client. Doesn't matter who they are or how I know them. I like to put my best foot forward. If they say they don't care and whatever, um, I still like to put my best foot forward. If I'm tired and I'm doing your hair, trust me, I am pushing through and doing the best that I can as I'm tired, because I have done plenty of things tired and still done a decent job or a really good job, homework, whatever that is. So I am parting this little row on the bottom. It is a little blurry, I know, because my camera was focusing on my arm, but I was doing this, just doing kind of like a rough little part at first, just to have it going so I could at least get that rest of the hair out the way. So once I clip that up and get it out the way, I'm going to start neatening up that bottom row. Yep, okay. So now that I have that ready, I'm getting my comb, and I think I'm going to move you guys. Okay, I didn't yet. Okay, so I'm getting my comb, and I am literally drawing a straight line across, trying to neaten up that area. Alright, so now that I have pretty much made that row straight, okay, I guess I didn't yet. Alright, now that that row is straight, I'm gonna just start sectioning the hair into box parts so that I can go ahead and get ready for the braids. As you can see, I'm just neatening it up a little bit more to make it straighter. Once I am satisfied or is decent enough, then I will begin to. Okay, yeah, so I'm probably going to go back and fix it again later. I may not, but then I just went ahead and twisted that little section out of the way. And then once I finish twisting it, I'm going to go ahead and make more parts and twist all of those off. And then I'm just going to go ahead and skip to the actual braiding part. So yeah, guys. Okay, I'm really starting to figure out this audio recording thing. So I have pretty much decided to section up each row, go ahead and get it how I wanted to. Um, and just did a little twist and stuff to make it easier, so that way all I could do was just go back in and braid. Honestly, I don't know why, but I be going I really go back and forth on this. Like when I do my clients' hair, I go from doing sectioning off rows and plaits and then just going row by row and making and parting it. I don't know why I go back and forth on this. I just do. Um I feel like I just need to just pick one and stick with it. Anyway, so as you can see, I untwisted the first twist that you guys saw me twist earlier. I am now adding jam on it. The braiding gel that I'm using in this video is the Neatbraid Conditioning Gel. It is a dark green, army green looking jar with a black top. So look for that at your local beauty supply store. If you can't find it there, I would just look it up on Google and see if Amazon is selling it, which I'm pretty sure they are, but I'm not exactly too sure because I always go to my beauty supply store and get it. I literally just bought a new tub not today, but a few days ago, and it was like $18 for like a 16 ounce, I think, which is not terrible. It's not terrible. My favorite gem of all time is the lock-in one. It's like a black jar with like a burgundy-ish top, but that one is like more expensive, obviously, than Neat Braid. But that is like my number one gem. But a lot of my clients have different things going on with their scalp or their hair, so I will actually fluctuate between neat braid or lock in depending on my client, and just how their hair reacts to the jam. So I don't use the same jam for every client. I just don't. Um, why did I stop? I'm probably grabbing hair at this point. This is exactly what I'm probably doing. So my arm should be showing up in a minute. In three, two, and one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there's my arm back. And okay, yeah, so I got the braiding hair, and now I'm gonna start braiding. As you can see, I go ahead and section my hair into three parts, and I add, I add the first piece right between my pointer finger and above my thumb, and I start braiding it like you would a regular plait, pretty much. I generally like do braid down 2 to 3 times before I add in that next piece, or I'll just do that first little piece, as you can see, um and I'll add in a little bit of hair. Yep. So I don't add a whole lot because I don't want my braid to be too bulky from the start. I want it to look more seamless. So I'm just braiding in a little bit, and as you can see, I'm just positioning my fingers and twisting them slightly. Yep, just like that. And then I'm grabbing another piece of hair. And it's kind of the same thing. Honestly, knotless braids, I feel like knotless braids is pretty much like plaiting your hair. It's really not that bad. It's really not hard to do. And for her, I didn't do a boho thing, simply because that would be too much hair for her. So I simply would just do those braids and then just add, not just add, and then just curl um the ends with, like, are they called cold rods? I don't know, but the plastic ones, the plastic little pink and gray ones that you use. Yeah, I use those, and as you can see, I'm just braiding at that point. I finished adding hair. I don't think I really need to add any more hair at this point. I'm tucking her natural hair in. Okay, never mind, I'm wrong. This was like sometime last year, so sorry guys, I'm working on catching up and bringing more content for you guys to have. So yeah, I'm just trying to tuck her hair in nicely so that these braids can last at least a month. I really try my best to tuck their hair in so that way, even if a 1 week or 2 week hits, they'll still be okay. Because I noticed when I go to the African salon, I'm not saying it's all of them, but the ones that I have been to, they generally would not put a whole lot of hair in, and within 2 to 3 weeks time, if your hair gets wet, it's already showing. And it's like, I don't want that. I try to eliminate that. And I know that less hair means less weight, but like at the same time, I still want your hair to be covered. So that's why I try to add a little, but not too much, because I used to be adding too much hair and it'd just be like a whole bunch. But the more that I've been doing hair over the years, the more that I've learned and the more that I've grown. So that's pretty much how I did that. And then I'm just gonna honestly skip ahead to like further on to the video. Okay, guys, so I went ahead and skipped ahead like I told y'all. So at this point, I grabbed another piece of hair. I am neatening it up with my comb, making sure that the part is nice and straight. I try my best, y'all. I really do. So here I am just making sure that it's nice and straight before I start adding in the jam. I don't know. For some reason, I don't like putting jam directly on the scalp. I noticed it has when people have did that to me before they started braiding, my scalp will be itchier. Like I feel like the braiding jam just dries out my scalp, and I feel like when I've done it on other people, it just is drier. Like it just mm-mm. Now technically this braiding jam is a protein based kind of jam, I believe. So it shouldn't be an issue, but still, I feel like I rather put it directly on the hair. Like I can get it close to the scalp of your head, but I don't want to put it directly on. Now, there is another client that I have. I do her children's hair, and she does want me to put it directly on their scalp just to make sure those just for crisper parts, and that's totally fine. But I don't use the neat braid on their hair, except for one of them I do. But as you can see, I separate into three parts, and I simply just gently am braiding it like regular. I just did that, and I'm an underhand braider, so I'm going under. But I did it in three. I put it over, and then the end pieces go under the middle. That's simply all I'm doing. The end pieces are going under the middle. That's simply all I'm doing here, bringing them under the middle. And of course, I'm moving. If I feel any extra hair that's not part of that section, I'm moving it out of the way as I braid, because I don't want that in there. I want only that section of hair braided. So I'm just bringing the two pieces into the middle. Literally just that same action like you would doing a plait on your hair or your child's hair. I'm literally doing the same exact thing. Um, I don't remember if I moved the camera so you guys could see me braid all the way to the end or not, but let's just keep seeing if I do that. Now I'm gonna pause right here and then we'll come back. Okay, y'all, I'm in the last stretch of this video. So apparently I really didn't even move the camera until literally this clip. So sad. But anyways, so this is one of the little sections that I have. And I'm just showing you the section real quick. I'm gonna add some braiding gel. Yep, there it go. And then I'm going to split this into three sections again, like I told you guys earlier. Just want to make sure you guys really get this, understand it, so that way you can do it on yourself or on a client that you may have. Once I get that thing nice and coated in that jam, I'm splitting it into three and going to add the braiding hair right on top of those three sections. Okay, I'm grabbing that hair, and then literally I should go ahead and I should have slowed this down actually. Let me split the clip. Oh, I can't. Hold on. Okay, y'all. So I am literally sectioning the hair into three pieces. And I'm doing it gently so I don't rip her hair up. And she's not tender-headed, but I still like to be gentle anyway because I know I am. So I try to do that on everybody. I literally use my pointer finger to go underneath the middle section. And then I'm going to put the braiding hair right on top of my pointer finger and right between my pointer and my thumb and grab it. Then use my other hand to pull that middle section up under and bring it to the side. Then I'm going to grab another piece of hair. Oh, am I going to keep braiding or what? I guess not, but guys, that's how you do it. Oh, and that's it. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Bye.